Hello folks, and welcome to this week's Hi-Fi News, etc. Hope you're having a nice time. Hope you're having a relaxing weekend. Before we get to this week's Hi-Fi News, a trivia question for you. And we are staying with the theme hospitality management. And the question is this: which legendary band leader and singer used to frighten members of his band by insisting on taking the controls of the chartered plane as soon as it reached cruising altitude? One more time. Which legendary band leader and singer used to frighten members of his band by insisting on taking the controls of their chartered plane as soon as it reached cruising altitude? So there's a poser for you. Hey, something you might want to guess at, possibly. I think I'd be guessing at this particular one. As ever, with these questions, no Googling, please. This is just a bit of fun. This is just a bit of fun. What more can I say? It's a bit of fun. So no research, none of that nonsense, please. Have a little think, and I will give you the answer at the end of this video. Until then, Hi-Fi News. And we will begin with Elvis Presley. We are in anniversary territory here, folks. It's been 90 years since the birth of the great man, and we have two products which are independently celebrating that fact. To begin, we have the company Are Rewind, and they have announced, or it has announced, the Elvis Presley limited edition box set. Limited, in fact, to 1,957 units worldwide. The number, I'm guessing, reflecting the pivotal year for Elvis, 1957, the year that made him a star, basically. Contained within this box is a portable cassette player, the Are Rewind WE001, plus an exclusive reissue on cassette of Elvis's Christmas album. The player itself is presented in matte black with gold accents. As a reminder, in case you're not aware of this particular player, it offers Bluetooth 5.1 connectivity for wireless listening to headphones, speakers and sound bars, built-in rechargeable battery with up to 12 hours of playback, forward and rewind controls. Interesting, they have to put that in the spec list, hey? And 3.5mm headphone output, and you get a line-in recording option. Available now, I have two prices for you, either 179 euros or $199. I don't appear to have a pound price for you. If I do find one between recording this and editing this, I will put one downstairs on the screen. In addition, I'll put a link down below, as I will do for all of the items in this video. So I mentioned a second product celebrating the 90th birthday of Elvis Presley, and the second one is a turntable from Pro-Ject, which also uses the same graphic art. Now, why is that, I wonder? Is it an Elvis estate directive? Surely the duplicate imagery is more than a coincidence. I think probably the Elvis estate, I'm purely guessing here, has basically said, yeah, you can use this and only this. So that's what the Hi-Fi guys have done. Anyway, this is a limited edition design, has been based on the Pro-Ject T2 turntable, featuring a CNC-machined plinth with integrated dimmable LED lighting that illuminates the Elvis logo in caps, so it's very shouty plinth. Part of the artist collection, this particular turntable, the design includes a 9-inch aluminium tonearm, adjustable spring-based anti-skating system, and a factory-fitted Sumiko Rainier cartridge. A 10mm 1.7 kilogram glass platter can spin at either 33 or 45 RPM. expect to find a dust cover, felt matte singles adapter, power supply of course, and, which is very nice, an included RCA cable, so you don't have to go and buy one. Price, two of those, firstly in pounds, 1,199 of those, or 1,399 euros. Now, if you have been keeping an eye out, you would have noticed that I have recently reviewed Grado's S950 headphones in the signature line of designs. And there's another one along that signature line, and these are the S750s. You would expect them to be lower cost, and they are, and we'll get to that in a second. But for now, well, the heart of the S750s lies within the new S250mm driver, featuring a carbon fiber and paper composite diaphragm, paired with a lightweight copper-plated aluminium voice coil. The housing of the S750s is a handcrafted all-aluminium construction. These weigh 460 grams, which makes it about 10% lighter than its sister signature design, the HP100s. The S750s, though, include a new set of cushions, as the company calls them, ear pads, and they're called Grado Bs, the letter B, Grado B. The B cushions, as they're known, shorten the distance between the driver and the ear and introduce a smaller interior opening to adjust balance. Now, apparently, according to the company, the flatter surface distributes pressure more evenly across the ear, which, according to Grado, is a good thing. Supplied with a detachable 6-foot cable terminated in a 6.35mm single-ended plug, future alternatives will include a variety of lengths as well as balanced terminations, such as 4-pin XLR and 4.4mm Pentacon. Though slightly narrower, the leather headband retains 50% more padding than earlier Grado models. Price is either £1,695 or, would you believe it, $1,695. Next up, we have a pair of speakers from Edifier. They're called the S880DB Mark II speakers, an upgraded successor to the S880DB Mark Is. It features an upgraded driver system, apparently. This speaker set, the tweeter, has been enhanced with a 38mm titanium dome up from 25mm, and now includes a larger 25mm voice coil and neodymium magnets. Complementing this is a redesigned 95mm mid-bass driver. At the heart of the S880DB Mark IIs is a Texas Instruments chip, well, a DAC chip set, plus an XMOS XU216 USB controller. The included DAC supports 24-bit 96K, Bluetooth 5.3 is also supported, along with the excellent LDAC codec. A sub-output port is included, as is the newly designed rechargeable remote control, which sits next to the onboard speaker interface. So you can control these things via the speakers themselves, or the included remote, or indeed via the app, and that's called the Connex, I believe. Price for this, I just have the one, I'm afraid, for now, £335.59. And finally, a pair of headphones from Sennheiser called the HDB 630s. Housed in a Momentum 4-like chassis, the HDB 630s utilise a 42mm dynamic driver, made apparently at the brand's Tullamore production facility in Ireland. This is a wireless design, but it can be used wired via the USB-C port, and there's a cable included for that purpose. Wireless mode supports up to 24-bit 96K. You get Bluetooth 5.2, and that is supported via the aptX adaptive codec. Now, Sennheiser is more than aware that not all devices actually host that aptX adaptive codec, so they have included a USB Type-C transmitter dongle to allow you to activate this particular codec within smartphones and tablets that don't use the codec. A 5-band equalizer can be found in the supported Smart Control Plus app, and there's other EQ things included, such as crossfeed, which blends the left and right channels. There is a parametric equalizer that lets you boost and cut frequencies. There is also a battery included, as you might expect. Life for that is 60 hours on a full charge, of course, while you get a quick 10-minute charge of around 7 hours, I would say. Adaptive noise cancellation is included, as you also might expect, while the chassis is covered by Japanese protein leatherette from a company called Idea Tex. The HDB 630 ships with a protective travel case, USB Type-C charging cable, 3.5mm analog audio cable, airline adapter, and USB Type-C Bluetooth transmitter, as I mentioned at the beginning of this story. I have one price for you, £399. And that is your lot, folks. Thank you very much for staying to the end of this particular video. And before we go, let me give you an answer to that trivia question. Here's the question one more time. And it is, which legendary band leader and singer used to frighten members of his band by insisting on taking the controls of their chartered plane as soon as it reached cruising altitude? And the answer is, it was Ray Charles. Said Bobby Womack, who toured with him in the 1970s, and I quote, "As soon as we hit air, the buckle was off and Ray raced up the aisle towards the cockpit. I said, where's he going? He never runs like that when he's on stage to play piano." So now you know. Music anecdotes, hey? You gotta love them. And before you go, can you do me a favor? Down below, can you click on the like and subscribe buttons too, if you haven't already done so, just to support this channel. It really helps if you do the old clickaroo. It'd be a big help for me and the channel, just to keep it moving forward, you know, all that kind of stuff. Down below too, I have my own links, my website. You're welcome to gaze upon that. There's years worth of content in that thing. Also my Facebook group, which you're welcome to join, and my Patreon page, which does support this channel financially. It keeps it going. So if you do like these videos and you'd like to see more, please consider supporting me on Patreon, and there's exclusive stuff over there too. You're welcome to browse. Now, I will be back next Friday, possibly with something music-y. Saturday, that's when HiFi News will appear next week, and on a Sunday there will be a review, and I hope to have your company then, between one or all of those videos, hopefully all of them. Hey, until then folks, bye bye for now.